I'm David Gafford here with the Barbecue Lab, and it's our goal to bring you the best outdoor cooking gear and techniques to help you win your weekend. Outside of the grill, smoker, or oven, there's nothing I rely on more than a great thermometer to help me win with my recipes. Fireboard has been revolutionizing the way we track our cooks with thermometers that are the most connected in the business. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Fireboard 2 and how they're taking temperature connectedness even further coming up. I'm here with Ted from Fireboard, and I want Ted to tell us a little bit more about this product that's helping barbecue cooks just like you and me really succeed with each cook that we do.
Thanks, David. Well, yeah, this has been fun. We're here together. I'm happy to share a story. And some of you may know, but we started this company about 5 years ago. And really it came from, I've always been kind of a technology guy. It's a little bit of a nerd at heart, I guess. But really it came from a lack of products available out there. We felt like there wasn't anything super smart, simple to use, at a pretty reasonable price. So we decided to, after a lot of kind of thinking about it, we said, hey, let's build it, and here we are today. So what we have is we've built what we feel like is on the premium side of thermometers. You know, it's not a cheap thermometer. It's $189 for the base model, but it's high quality. We've really put a lot of time and effort into the software side. I think people, the feedback we've had from people, they love the apps, they love the whole web front end, and the cloud is just simple to use and it works. So I think on the software side, it's really shined, and the product is great too. So it's a 6-channel thermometer, wireless Bluetooth, then it also is able to control and drive the fan. So it's a whole nother dimension. It's not just monitoring, but it's actually controlled.
So you're talking about 6 different channels of thermometer and a computer-controlled fan. So talk to me about the 6 channels. Of those 6 channels, how many are for meat? How many are for ambient temperature? Walk me through that.
So you can mix and match. So we have the base kit comes with 3 probes, and it's 2 food probes and then 1 ambient probe. We also sell a larger kit that comes with a full stack of probes, so you can put all food probes. We have some catering guys that'll stack up all 6 channels of food. Yeah, they're just loading their smoker up. Other guys will actually map out heat zones on their grill, so they may have 3 or 4 or 5 different ambient probes. And so you can mix and match whatever you want. You can label each channel through the app.
I love it.
Yeah.
And so with the computer-controlled fan, you're talking about through the same unit, you can attach a fan that's going to help control your pit. What are the different types of pits that they can control?
Well, almost anything that if you have a vent, and so if you're trying to control that heat with airflow, you can basically attach the fan, and it's unbelievable. Just like the slightest puff of air, you can really kick that temperature up. And we've zeroed in on this with our algorithm. We've zeroed in, and you can actually sit here and say, hey, 350, 375, and it's within about 0.5 degrees most of the time. It's unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so with this unit, you said that there's one that ships with 2 probes. There's one that ships with up to 6?
Well, there's one that ships with 3 probes.
Okay, 3
it's
probes?
2 food probes and an ambient probe included. And there's one that's a full deck, if you will. And you can actually add on, we have some competition probes as well. And we sell a pack of those. And those are pretty neat. They're actually worth looking at. This really small diameter and a very short probe. And so guys will use that for like ribs or chicken or small pieces of meat.
Yeah, because as someone who cooks a lot of ribs and that kind of stuff, there's nothing like taking a 6-inch food probe and then trying to barely stick it a ½ inch into a piece of meat. I love that.
Yeah. We call them the competition probes because one of our teams that we kind of help sponsor, this is a couple of years American Royal, was like, hey Ted, you guys need to build this probe and make this really short. He gave us basically specs that he wanted and we had it built. So it's pretty nice. Okay, so we have here, this is our standard food probe, and it's about a 5-inch probe with the right angle. This is our ambient probe, just a little bit shorter. And then we have these 2 competition probes. This is a 3-inch and a 1-inch. And really, I guess the special thing with these competition probes is a small diameter. So it's really great for putting in meat, especially if you've got a money muscle or something small, or maybe a small piece of chicken. You guys love it for that.
Talk me through what we're going to see on the actual unit.
Yep. So this is the Fireboard 2. and it actually has a much larger screen than our previous generation device. But as you can see, you can actually graph on screen. You can actually see your history right here, which is really sharp.
I don't know anybody else who's doing that. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah. As far as we know, nobody else is either. So, and integrated into this is the drive control as well. So again, the basic idea hasn't changed with this with Fireboard 2. You saw the 6 channels down here, and then you have some push buttons on the side. You can actually shift between different view modes, different graph modes, and all that. So this is the main screen where you see a nice graph and relatively large temperature readout. And of course, you can cycle through all the channels. This screen is nice. It actually shows you all the channels up on top, and whatever channel you have selected, it's still relatively large, and you see the graph. There's a multi-channel view, which this is simulating other temperatures right now, but you can see all the channels together. You see a nice readout of the temperature and all the other potential drive-related settings or programs that you're running. You have dashboard view, which is showing you all the current temperatures. You have historical sessions. You can go back through history. This one in particular I did a few weeks ago, but you can see the temperature of the pork that I actually did, and then the temperature of the actual grill. And then a relatively new feature is the ability to post photos and notes along your timeline. So you can actually see as you go, here's the final product. And that's relatively new. We feel like that's going to be a popular feature. You can actually see your notes if you open the grill or if you wrapped it or something like that. You can actually put that right in the time log of your session. And of course, we have drive programs, which you can do different settings there, custom drive programs, and all your standard settings for your Fireboard.
Now, and not only is this present in the Fireboard 2, but you've integrated the Fireboard with some actual grill units, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep. And we have that on display here today. So we actually, Yoder Smokers, we have all of our technology built into that controller as well.
Let's go there and take a look. Hey, if you're getting value from this video, be sure to hit the like button for us. All right, back to the content. All right, so we're looking at the Yoder Smokers YS640, and I know that Yoder just went through a controller change, and in that controller change, when you fire up that grill, it says Fireboard.
Yep.
Walk me through, like, how are you guys integrated with Yoder?
Well, and it's actually, the short story is, we partnered up with Yoder a couple of years ago to do this, and we're both in Kansas, and we're Kansas City, Missouri, but they're basically, we're all together in the state, and they came to us as really the technology lead to kind of say, hey, look, how can we bring wireless, cloud-connected technology into the grill? So the controller that they have now is integrated with all of our technology. It measures, of course, the pit temperature, and then as well there's additional food probes right there on the side, and that integrates all to our app the same way the actual Fireboard does.
So you're going to be able to, from your device, you're going to be able to control through Fireboard technology your Yoder smoker.
Yes, exactly. So the basic idea with the fan controls we were talking about, where you can dial in that set point, the same thing here. You can actually set through the app the set point, and then the controller will maintain that. The other nice thing is we have drive programs, so that's available in the Yoder and also in the fan. So you can actually say, hey, if I wanted to smoke something for 3 hours at 225, and then bump it up to like 275 for the duration of the cook, that's like a 2-step program that takes about 30 seconds to put in there, and you can do it through the app as well.
Wow.
So it's pretty slick.
Cool. Yeah. Well, so if they want to learn more about the Fireboard 2, where can they find out more information?
Yeah, everything is fireboard.com. Also, email is great, info@fireboard.com. But our headquarters is out of Kansas City. And by the way, I should mention our products are actually built in Kansas City.
Oh,
so
awesome.
it's very rare these days to find electronics that are actually built, domestically. So, we have parts coming from all over. We have the machines that actually does the board assembly in-house. We do all of our final assembly and testing and shipping right out of Kansas City.
That's awesome. All right, well, hey, check out Fireboard online if you want more information about the Fireboard 2. There's going to be some great resources available. Thanks, Ted. I appreciate it.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.
Question of the day. How are you keeping track of the internal temperature of your cooks? What model do you use? Let us know in the comments section below, as well as your thoughts on the new Fireboard 2 that's just now hitting the market. And if you want to check out some of our other coverage from the Barbecue Expo, we've got a whole playlist out, and we'll link it up in the YouTube card as well as in the description below. I'm David Gafford from the Barbecue Lab, and I can't wait to see you next time right here on the channel.